I love going live because live really lets you know if you really that dude, if you got real spit. Because if you got real spit, you can talk forever. That's one of the things I realized about this YouTube game. It's really just a matter of how well you can receive thoughts and then project those thoughts into reality in an entertaining and educational way that keeps people tuned in and listening. And what I found is I'm pretty good at it. Like, I don't think I'm just pretty good. I think I'm exceptionally well at it for somebody who doesn't do it full time and not making money. So when I start making money from this thing, Lord have mercy upon those who come to the channel. But anyway, we're going to talk about something that I was thinking about heavy, super heavy. It's something you guys should start thinking about too. That's super heavy. And it's something I find with a lot of young guys, they're suffering with, and even some guys that are in their 30s, and even older than that, I see some guys suffering with this. And the thing is that people are suffering with is that they don't want things to be hard. Like, they don't want things to be challenging. They don't want things to be obstacles. They don't want things to test endurance, test their fortitude, test their manhood, test their creativity. A lot of people just don't want to be tested in any way or fashion. And what I'm trying to explain is, like, bro, you're not going to get anywhere in life if you're not being tested consistently. Like, consistently. Like, every single day you should be going through fucking tests that make you go, God damn, I don't want to do this shit anymore. And that's really how it should be, man. It's not a bad thing because it's man's natural instinct to avoid hardship and suffering. It's like, it's just what we naturally do instinctually. I think this is just found in all organisms, just period. Like, if organisms could, they would just sit around and not do shit and be able to live. But that's what's called a zoo. And you don't want to live a cage zoo existence. And that's what a lot of humans are living. A lot of humans are zoo humans. And what I'm finding is that what's going on here in the situation? Freeway and all that other stuff. Yeah, what I'm discovering is that these zoo humans, they're slowly starting to decay. And the decay it's a very sad thing because it just takes away the life. It takes away your gumption. It takes away everything that made you into what you were as a young child. And then you slowly start to devolve into this old, decrepit thing. It's not even a human being anymore. You lost your animal instincts. And that's what I see amongst a lot of humans. There's no more instincts. There's no more animalistic nature that allows them to be able to just perceive reality and make moves and think about things logically. And I'm noticing this with myself on the trade yard. When I'm on the construction yard, is that I lost some of my innate abilities to just understand and figure out shit and see things. I overthink things way more than I really need to. It's holding me back, and I need to lose that perceptional skill thing that I developed. Because one of the reasons that you notice that people overthink, especially when they work office jobs, is because you're living within an office. So all you have is time to think. And this is why politics are such a thing in the office space, more so in other avenues of work. Because when you take away work, all that left is to think. And then when you think, all you're doing as humans is our natural inclination is to manipulate and to experiment. And so all you see in offices all day is people trying to manipulate other people. That's essentially what the whole office game is. It's just manipulation upon manipulation upon manipulation. And that's what people do all day. And if you're a real savage, it's very hard to be direct and be confrontational because there's no way to truly state claims and prove things because there's no real work being done. And when I say work, I mean physical exertion within an environment that changes the environment that involves it. That's what work is to me fundamentally. And that's what I love about the construction shit is because the evolution of the building in your workplace is constantly changing and fluid the whole time you're there. For every hour, you're starting to look around. You're like, oh, they built this thing. Oh, they did that. They built that. They built that. When you go into an office, for the most part, everything looks exactly the fucking same as it did yesterday. There's almost no difference. Except for now, like there's a calendar change and they flip the calendar over. And so what I started to realize is like, oh man, I missed out on a lot of work that I could have inputted in life. Now, I worked very hard to train myself and work out, and I've seen evolution and change within myself. And that's the cool thing about work is because whenever you're working on something, there's a natural change and evolution within it. This is why I definitely believe in evolution, because there is work being input into every environment. Every environment has an input, and this input changes things over time. And so what I'm trying to tell you guys is that, yes, it's going to be hard. Life is going to be hard. Life is not going to be fun. You're going to have to take things that are hard, and you have to slowly chip away at them and make them softer, or make them more what you want them to be. Like, you have a girl, you have to chip away at her so she becomes the girl that you want her to be. If you have a house, you have to slowly start to build and add things into the house so the house slowly becomes what you want it to be. If you write a book, same thing. If you work out and train yourself, same thing. The same concept is just applied universally throughout life, that you have to change and you have to work to get an output of what you desire in life. And it's not going to happen for you. Either the change is going to be created by you, or you're going to change the environment. My apologies. You're either going to change the environment, or the environment's going to change you. And you get to choose which one you want to be. And so I just want brothers to know, if you're feeling like you're down the dumps, if you're feeling like you're not going anywhere, that's how it's supposed to be as a young person. You should not have anything built up really in life at that age. Now, you could be striving and fighting to get there, but it's not going to come to you till later in life. And even when you get later on in your 30s and 40s and 50s, it's still going to be a grind. Your kids evolve. Your wife changes. Your career changes. Your responsibilities change. Everything begins to change with time. And it's unavoidable. And that's what makes life hard. Because if life is not getting harder, that means you are getting softer. And the environment around you is getting softer. And if the environment around you is soft, and you didn't create to be soft, that's a problem. That means some other outside influences is controlling you. And that's not what you want in life. So you have to face the hardships of life. And that's one of the things I realized. I had a very comfy, very nice salary at my previous job. I got to come in when I wanted to come in for the most part. I had to worry about job security. Everything was uno fucking muno. Or mucho bueno, whatever the fuck you say in Spanish. But I felt something missing. I felt like there was something instinctually that was not right. And when I felt that instinctual nature that something was not right, I knew I had to make a fucking change. And I didn't want to make that change. I damn near had to cut like a $1,500 pay cut to go make this change and go do harder labor, wake up earlier, have more responsibilities, more danger, and be in school and do a bunch of shit I really don't want to do, maybe work with people I don't want to work with. But I knew at the end of it, there's going to be a brighter and bigger, better tomorrow for me if I keep showing up. And that's the thing you have to start to realize with your life. You got to keep showing up to the thing that you don't want to do. You have to keep facing your fear. Keep showing up to that thing that fucking is terrorizing you, that you don't want to be at. And as you start to face that demon, as you begin to fight with it every single day, you slowly start to understand that demon. You start to understand that challenge. And then eventually you start getting some wins. You start making some progress. You start making steps forward. You start seeing yourself change. You look in the mirror, you're like, wow, I'm not the same guy I was fucking last year. I'm a different motherfucker. I'm more comfortable in myself. I know who I am. I know what I face. I know what I battle. And you start to get a look in your fucking eye. You start to get this fucking, this mental edge that you develop from yourself. And that mental edge is what's going to carry you through life. It's because you know I can face demons. I can face battles. I can face hardship. And I will not turn away. I would not fucking give up. I would not abandon the ship. I'm going to stick this fucking game through. And I'm going to see what the fucking best comes out of it. And when you get that type of mentality, when you begin to comprehend and accept that reality, life is what it is. Fucking beautiful. Beautiful suffering. And that's really the best you can really hope for in this life, is beautiful suffering. It doesn't get no better than that. Because what you're suffering for produces beauty. And that beauty was crafted by your own hands. So when I look back in my life 20, 30 years from now, I'm an old sapien going around on YouTube talking shit, and I can look at my nice fucking house I built with my hands. Where I can look at the businesses and the schools I built, and the kids that I influenced, and the young men and people I provided opportunities to. I can say, damn, it all started because I decided to face that hard shit back when I was fucking 20-something. And here I am. a man who stands for his people, who is a man of the community, a man of influence, a man who's accomplished some things and has something to show for my life's work. And that's really what you want to be able to do as in life. Be able to show that I had something for my life's work, that my life meant something in this fucking time period I got to exist. Because a lot of men don't have that. A lot of men have some families, they have kids and all that other shit, it feels good. But when they look back on their life, they're like, damn, what was my life? What was it for? What did I do? What was the meaning of this? What was the whole purpose of me even fucking walking on this planet, existing, pooping, shitting, sleeping, fucking fighting? What was the meaning of it? And you don't want to have to answer that question. You don't want to not have an answer to that question when you're an old man, when you can't do anything about it. And that's why I say you got to go out there and build people, build structures, build education and knowledge, build opportunities for others. Man finds his purpose in building and fighting. So if you're not building and fighting, you don't have a purpose at this current point in time. You're just wandering the fucking planet, fucking living in just servitude to the fucking civilization and the manipulation of others. And if that's the kind of life you want, man, keep down the same path. But if you want something different for yourself, if you want something greater, hit up apexsapien.com. Book a consultation, is free. Let me chop it up with you. Let me talk to you. Let me see if I can get you into the right direction and help you get you moving your life somewhere that you want to be. Appreciate you motherfuckers for listening. Thank you for the like. And I look forward to this thing growing slowly but surely.